as part of this agreement, the retailers are promising to stay with that as long as it takes to
Maybe that was a volcano.
So how many retailers have actually signed on to this agreement, and how much of the garment industry in Bangladesh do they represent?
Well, before today, the agreement was signed by PUBH, which is the parent company of Tommy Hilfiger and Izod and Calvin Klein, also a German retailer called Chevy.
Up and down the hill.
Today you have more coming on board. They are the British companies Primark and Tesco, and the Dutch company C&A. But then you have two really big and important players in retail that have signed on. One is H&M, the giant Swedish company, which is the largest manufacturer of clothing in Bangladesh. And then the other is Inditex, which owns the Zara chain. And I have to say, it's really important that these
Little Falls, Dolgeville.
This is a business in which there's enormous pressure to churn out clothing very fast. Maybe these mega chains are
Somebody's proud to live there. Someone lives everywhere. Don't insult where people live. Different layers of strata. Is that what they call it? Strata.
Mostly they haven't signed on yet. I mean, the Gap, for instance, has been something like an online petition.
Indian Castle.
It is basically said, we have our own treatment inspection from the factories where we manufacture.
Up, down. Not much topsoil here. Not many trees fell down in millions of years to build up the topsoil.
That's NPR's Jim Ciroli. Jim, thank you.
You're welcome.
Farmland. Farming. It's now industrial size. Mini-size industrial size farming. Nice yellow. Never liked it on the Corvairs. Yellow with a black interior. It just didn't do anything to me. Never did. Such a popular color combo. Yellow with a black interior. I prefer a white interior, but would I have ordered a white one had I been old enough to buy one back in the day? Probably not. I don't know. Travel Mart, Starbucks, and Roy Rogers. It's flat farmland right at the foothills.
It's 4:19. Good afternoon.
Nope, we're taking a pee-pee break. Pee-pee break. Pee-pee break. Pee-pee break. Pee-pee break. Somebody's getting a new roof. Somebody's getting a new roof. Mrs. CW told me not to make any videos. I'm gonna get in trouble. Better turn this thing off. What are you doing? It's not normal behavior.
You're broadcasting.
Always gotta be grabbing the papers, huh, Monk? Got a half a tank of something there. How's your fuel? Oh, down to half a tank. Then we got some monster tractor on tracks. That's pretty interesting. Then I was my good Samaritan usual self, and I saw this Hyundai go by in that right front tire, not looking too good. So I told them, I said, you better get some air. They're from Massachusetts. He said, was there any air around here? I said, just pack the cow. And sorry. What are you doing?
Here's the report from NPR's Kerry Khan at 4:50.
It's not acceptable behavior, Mr. Muggs.
Tonight calls for mostly cloudy skies.
Shredder.
Below near 30.
Paper shredding service.
Tomorrow, mostly sunny. High temperatures in the upper 50s to lower 60s.
No daytime running lights on the Ford. Almost creamed it because I couldn't see it coming. We're supposed to charge the same price for fuel at these roadside service centers, but they never do. 10-15 cents more. BMW. I always make a video right around here. Got these huge old trestle rising bridges. And is that the old bridges? Oh, here we go. This is the former chewing gum factory. Arkell, what's that? Looks empty to me. This beech nut, wasn't this beech nut? Didn't they have a big flood here? Look at that, water goes right between the factory. I think they had some big flooding here and they moved beech nut foods for sale. What a huge factory to make beech nut foods. I think they make baby food or made baby food, or maybe they make it in China now, right next to the lead factory. Yep. Bad. We need regulation, more big government. Yeah, what's the balance, huh? IRS flagging people with names they don't like for extra scrutiny, donor lists that they shouldn't be asking for. Gotta be careful who you're bugging, because you might bug the wrong people. They may put you in a pile of fill. Landfill. Somebody looking over your shoulder, don't forget. We're doing okay, weather's nice, kinda sorta, I guess. It's driven past the rain. Another 19 miles, 30 kilometers till we exit for Amsterdam. We take a shortcut instead of going down to Albany and back up. We just cut through. I guess you have to see a map to understand. I got one right here, but we're not showing you a map. We're not going to spread the map open right now because we're trying to drive and listen to Births in Mexico to Single Mothers. Hey, Big Mama, nice chichacos, like those burritos.
About the single mother who is not dependent on anyone. She's mother and father for her kids and gives them everything
Look at
they
those
need to
big
get ahead.
pine trees.
President Enrique Peña Nieto gave a recent
Big
shout
mature
out
trees.
to
Planted 50, 75 years ago. Look at those cliffs.
Peña Nieto announced a new federal life insurance program for
We're
single
getting to the
mothers.
Adirondacks.
Taking care of them.
I can see the bugs from here. Musclepalooza next weekend, I think, or the weekend after, next weekend. Hard to believe. The drag cars will have to have snow tires. Remember those? They used to have N60 15 wide tread snow tires. Nuts. I remember those. Long time ago. L60 14s on deep dish aluminum alloy wheels. Almost missing it. A little BMW 3 Series or a 2002 old school, just a white blob in the camera from New Hampshire. Yeah, back when BMWs were simple. Not today. Oh well, I missed it. Can't catch up. Want to watch my speed. Keep it to the speed limit. Even if the speedometer is half sun and half shade. So the founder, Mr. what was his name? Fritz, just died last week. He was the chief engineer for Schwinn Bicycles, or chief vice president. And he brought home all these ideas, and he invented the Stingray, and boy, did it make Schwinn successful. Yep. Chopper style, just like in California, manufactured in Chicago. Now China. Almost time for our exit. Big farm. Big farmhouse, big barns. Alpenhouse. Lots of campers with double, triple, quadruple slide outs. Where do you put all the slide outs? Boy, do they build recreational vehicles in Indiana. Nice striped barns. Mohawk Valley. We are in the Mohawk Valley. Beautiful east central New York. Just about ready to take the exit from my favorite little city, Amsterdam. How many times am I going to repeat that before someone says, will you stop repeating it? We know where you're going. Capital region, Saratoga. Beautiful. The Adirondacks are over there. See them? No, we're still a little too far. Just a little too far. Oh, 18-wheeler. I get nervous towing a small trailer that weighs half as much as a Suburban. Imagine towing around a big tanker of grapefruit juice. We asked for grapefruit juice at the fancy. What was it, a Ramada this morning? I said, check to see if it's 100%. Oh, I'm sure it is. Check the label. Oh, it's high fructose corn syrup. Yep. Can't even get a glass of Florida sunshine anymore. We call it nature's delight. I call it junk. Can't even get a glass of orange juice. Sunny D. Big old farm. Yep. America's heartland wasn't just in the Midwest. Monsanto rules the world.
He's pitted an Indiana farmer against the agribusiness behemoth Monsanto.
Turn off the camera, and 2 seconds later, there's always something to see.
Who regularly bought Monsanto's Roundup-resistant soybean seed for his first growth,
Gravel.
and signed a licensing agreement promising to use all the seed and not to use any regenerated seed for future use. But Bowman also had other riskier low-yield plantings, and for those,
There's Amsterdam.
Was a cheap source of seed.
so he went to the local grain elevator where farmers drop off their
There's
harvested
Amsterdam. There's the
soybeans.
smokestacks.
And he bought and planted some of those, knowing that those beans would
Slash
likely
through them.
also be Roundup resistant.
Mountains.
He
Found
eventually
us.
produced
Found us.
8 separate crop yields using the
All right,
second
better pay
and third
attention.
generations of the grain elevator seed.